Hello, and welcome back to the Dirt Track Racing Career Mode. In our last part, defending Extractor Factors Bombers Series champion Deuce Polar dominated the weekend at Roush Raceway, a track where he won his very first start at, and picked up where he left off. And as of things stand right now, he is the early season championship points leader as he tries to defend his title in the series this season in his sophomore season. Can he keep up the momentum in our next race? Which I forgot where it was. We'll get to that a little bit later when we get into the game. We're about to find out. Anyways, let's get right into it. Load career. This was last day updated in April. Career information, race schedule, the Extractor Factors Series. We are going to Jackson. And I believe we are once again going to Jackson, which I believe is the 3/4 mile there. On the 10th of February of 2024, as of this video, as of the lore in this particular career mode playthrough. This should be a pretty fun race. Deuce Polar finished second in this race last season, and he should be in the he should be in the championship hump. Here's the point standings as they are right now. Deuce Polar is currently at the top of the point standings. Caleb Breen not too far behind. Jim Tomies, Mitch Tandy, and Kyle Thiel round out the top 5. Those have a legitimate shot at the championship as of right now. Larry Van Hoof is in 6th. He's got a lot of work to catch up to. He's got a lot of catching up to do. David White, Bob Vogt, Earl Waddle, and James Matthew round out the top 10. Anyway, let's go to our car options here before we get started with the race. The garage, select car. We are going to go with our second car today. And there are some stuff we need to repair. So let's fix all that. Actually, no, I changed my mind. Actually, no, we change our minds. Let's actually go with our primary car. And everything is up to 100% on that particular car. We're going to go to race. Hold up, before we get into that, yeah, we looked at the Extractor Factors Bombers Series point standings, and I believe we looked at the race schedule as well. Let's take one last look at that before we move on here. We are going to Jackson, Minnesota, which I believe is the 3/4 mile track there. Big track, very wide area. We'll probably have some fun in that race. Deuce Polar finished second in his rookie season at that race. Can he move up one more spot? We are about to find out. Anyways, next event. And yes, I am right. It is the 3/4 mile. in Jackson, Minnesota. 8 degrees of banking. This is the second event out of 12 races this season. $450 first place prize. Let's get into it. Okay, well, as in this qualifying order, Deuce Polar draws 12th. And who goes out first? Benny Goats. That's a new name. Carl Taki draws 9th in the qualifying grid. Where is Caleb Green? Kyle Thielen 30th. Caleb Green draws 37th on the grid. Where's Larry Van Hoof? The 41-year-old. Oh, he draws 18th. Okay. So we do have some competition there. But, woo! Then again, qualifying orders are basically drawn very randomly, as with any other racing series. Anything to repair? No. And we're not going to try to tune our car. We're going to keep it as is. Let's go into qualifying. All right, this should be his warm-up lap. All right, this is his warm-up lap, so this lap is not going to count officially. But he does need, but it will give him an opportunity to kind of set up for the turns here when he does do his when he does do his first when he does his time laps. He really washed up the turn. He really washed up going in the 3 there. Ooh, that might be his weak spot as the event goes on. Anyways, we now begin our first timed lap. He washed up going into 1 there. He is really keeping his foot in it. Into 3 and 4 for the first time. Coming around. 32.50. That's not bad. Let's see if he can better his second lap. Well, he's not going to... Well, running it... Well, that obviously is not going to help when he washes up the track there. Anyways, into 3 and 4. Polar really on the throttle here. Is he going to better his first time? No, he's just a tick off. But not bad. Just about a 5/100ths of a second off on his second lap. Just a tick off. Wow. However, he did not run very bad. However, I don't think he ran that terrible. I don't think it was terrible. I'll just say that. Anyways, he first lap of 32.550. His second lap of 32.55. He was just a tick off on his second lap. Just a tick off. I don't think it's nothing to be alarmed about. But we'll see when he where he draws in the qualifying results. He draws 3rd. That's not bad. Larry Van Hoof, man, he has got some catching up to do. I'm not sure if this is going to be a good season for Larry Van Hoof. He is not having a good weekend so far. Oh, by the way, for those curious, this video is being recorded on July 20th. It may be uploaded on late later tonight on July 20th, if not early morning on July 21st. So we'll see how that goes there. Larry Van Hoof, though, oof, he draws ninth. I'm not even sure if he's going to make the main feature. And he scored 2 wins in season 1. We're going down the qualifying results here, and I see some names that I may not have seen before, like Lenny Kruger, Carl Taki draw 22nd. Not a bad run. Larry Van Hoof. He may be in for a rough season here. We'll see how the career mode plays out as the season goes on for him. Anyways, Deuce Polar draws in Heat 3 because he qualified third. He is the fastest qualifier. He should be up front in this heat. I don't know. We're going to see. The gearbox needs to be repaired a little bit just to tick off. Not too much. We're going to keep it at 100% just to make sure it'll hold, though. And we're going to 7 laps, tacky conditions, light breeze, prize money $80. We'll see how Deuce Polar performs in this heat. Oh, wow, he's going to be starting in the way back. Ooh. Well, let's see if he can claw his way to the front. They are 3 wide, and we got some hustling and bustling going on. All right, now he's got an opening, I think. There's Larry Van Hoof, the 4 car of Larry Van Hoof. He's going to pass him. Now he's got in the battle for the 15th car, and he went from 16th to 1st in just a single lap. Deuce Polar really knows how to run the line here at Jackson, he nearly won here last season, so we're going to see if he can climb up one more spot. Hopefully the engine will provide that the engine holds out. But our main concern is 41-year-old Larry Van Hoof from Spring Lake Park, Minnesota. In this lore. This fan fiction canon in the DTR career mode. Anyways, Deuce Polar really running away with it right now. Coming around, he will take... We are nearly halfway through this race here, with about 4 laps to go. Dirt track stock car. Let me tell you something, guys. Dirt track stock car racing is an art form of its own. There's really nothing like grassroots racing. And there's not a whole lot of games that really cover grassroots racing more than this one. The Rat Bag Games' Dirt Track Racing is truly one of a kind. It really is. And I recommend all my viewers to give this game a shot. It may be very, very old, but it is fun as heck. We're 2 laps to go here. Deuce Polar really trying to maintain the lead right now. I think he is going to run away with it and take the checkered flag if he can keep himself on his toes here. Not sure if he's financially ready to take on the pro stocks yet, so we're going to see how many seasons Deuce Polar does in the stock division. So white flag is out for the heat race here at Jackson Speedway. Deuce Polar really doing a good job to keep his car off the walls, or at least on the racetrack. Oh, he actually ran a pretty good line in turn 3 right there. Off of 4, he's going to come around and take the checkered flag. He will actually better his qualifying time. So that's a plus. 32.44, nothing to sneeze at, but he is really rocking everybody's world here today. We're going to see how he does. I think he's going to be a fierce contender in the main feature in just a few moments here. 32.23 his fastest time here in the heat. And yes, he will go to the A main. Kyle Thiel finishes second. Larry Van Hoof rallies to third. I'm surprised. The 41-year-old still showing that he still has what it takes. And Andrew Fagan makes the transfer spot. $80. Cha-ching. Thank you very much. All right. Before we get into the main feature here, is there anything we need to repair? Absolutely. All right. Let's repair everything. Make sure the car is at 100%. We don't want to flounder anything here. $450 first place prize, 12 laps. The track is now dry as people have been running on it. Winds are still light, so it shouldn't be something to sneeze at. Let's get into the A main. All right, and Deuce Polar starts in the 3rd spot, so he's got a good shot at this. All right, here we go. I think that's the 0 of Caleb Green right in front of Deuce Polar. These two are gonna go at it like there's no tomorrow. All right, here he goes. Here goes on the inside. That's our first lead change throughout this entire race. But will Deuce actually keep it? Off the final corner, off the 4th corner, Deuce Polar will actually lead the first lap of the race. Oh, but he washes up the track right here. That's a major mistake. Is Caleb Green going to take advantage of it? Yes, he will. Or will he? I don't know. Deuce Polar seemed to out horsepower the power him on the straightaways here. Coming around, he will lead the 2nd lap of the race. Maybe there might be a little something that Caleb Green might be saving. Who knows? Or is Deuce Polar going to pull away and run away to the checkered flag here? We're going to see as the race goes on. Now Caleb Green falls back to 3rd, but Deuce Polar washes up the track. Lap 4 out of 12. on the 3/4 mile of Jackson, Minnesota. Around the final corner, he will lead the 4th lap. Deuce Polar has dominated the race, has dominated the weekend today here at Jackson. But can he translate that in this feature? We're about to find out. Coming around, it'll be 7 laps to go here. As Deuce Polar is now starting to pull away, it seems. But Caleb Green trying to fight back for that 2nd spot. We'll see what happens here as 26-year-old Deuce Polar, who just turned 26 years old, does here at Jackson. First half of the race over, and Deuce Polar has a comfortable lead. But he's washing up in turns 1 and 2, so that could be his Achilles heel here. We'll have to see. Coming around, Deuce Polar really putting on a show for the fans, as it's a jam-packed grandstand from what I can tell, as we have 5 laps remaining now. As Caleb Green and another car continue to battle for the 2nd spot, that is allowing Deuce Polar to slip away here. Coming off the final corner, coming off the 4th corner, he will lead that lap. 9 out of 12, 4 laps to go now. Caleb Green has taken back the 2nd spot, but can he keep it? We'll have to wait to see. As this is probably the biggest track in the career mode as of this far. Coming around, it will be 3 laps to go now. Deuce Polar really making an impression on the Minnesota fans here. As he comes around down the back straightaway, really keeping his car basically glued on the racing surface. I'm surprised of how well he has driven here today. Coming around, it'll be 2 laps to go. And Caleb Green is not in sight. He has pulled away from him by about 3 seconds as of this lap. And it's growing. Let's just hope that unless Deuce's motor actually blows, that will be the blows. This position is almost completely assured. White flag is out. 1 lap to go. All that Deuce Polar has to do is keep being on his toes as he heads down the back straightaway for the final time. Into 3 and 4. No major mistakes here. Here he is coming off the final corner onto the main straightaway. Deuce Polar wins at Jackson. So so indeed he showed his second place finish in his rookie season here was not a fluke at all. He comes around and actually takes the checkered flag here at Jackson Motor Speedway. Very impressive. 32.51, that's nothing to sneeze at. Yeah, anyways, Dews Polar wins. Mitch Tandy in the 1 finishes second. He could be a championship contender. Caleb Green finishes 3rd. Kyle Thiel 4th. Bob Vogt 5th. Larry Van Hoof, finishes 6th place. That his season could be very questionable for him now. Earl Waddle 7th. Andrew Fagan 8th. Jim Tomies 9th. Robert Gell in 10th. James Matthew 11th, David White 12th, Daniel Holden 13th, Mike Bernick 14th, Steve Jones 15th, and Fred O'Leary finishes last. Fred O'Leary, not bad for a first showing there. Everybody finished on the lead lap. Let's take a look at it. Everybody finished on the lead lap there. First place in the A main, $450. That's going to help out Dews Polar financially in the long run. Appearance money is $50, which is also a guaranteed paycheck. Dews Polar did an absolutely tremendous job here at Jackson. Wow. His total winnings mount up to $580. Dews Polar completely dominated this weekend. And before we save the career here, let's actually take a look at the point standings. Dews Polar has a 6-point lead over Caleb Green. Larry Van Hoof continues to be he is relatively in the hunt right now, but if he doesn't win soon, he may be mathematically ineligible to win this championship. The top 7 in the points have a shot at it as of this moment. And our next race on the Extractor Factors Bombers Series calendar is Dodge County, which not a bad track, but we'll see how we do in that. Anyways, before we head off here, let's actually go to in the garage area. Let's see what we repair here. Everything held up pretty well throughout the event as we kept maintaining it and everything, so that's a plus there. Anyhow, it was actually a pretty good day for Dews Polar and his team. Hopefully his momentum can continue in season 2. Save before quitting, absolutely. Done. Confirm game save. Done. And we are heading off, and that will do it for this video. Alright, anyways, if you liked this video, please leave a like down below. Shout out to a few of my subscribers, Neko Otaku Studios, Layden the Wolf, Merrick Channel, Mac Bulldog Mac, Double Bacon Chase Burger, Logmeister 201, Trayman 3985, and Dr. Volk for your subscriptions. Guys and gals, your subscriptions mean very much to me, and I cannot thank you guys enough for them. There will be a 250 there will be a video that will celebrate 250 subscribers later this weekend. After I should say actually no, I should say after this weekend. So please stay tuned for that. Leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will see all of you in the next video. Have a great evening.